The Unity and Innovation Award
Yes,
from
with
GCAP.
the Gulf Coast Association of Pride. I did. And to just kind of tell you a little bit about that, again, I was not at all expecting that. Um, so we had an incident that happened in late March, a very public on social media. I call it an active hate, with a restaurant
Oh yeah.
over. Is that that's
Yeah,
west
it's
of
like
us?
like Bay St. Louis or something.
Yeah, over at Long Beach,
Kim?
Long Beach, or I thought they were Long Beach.
That might be Long Beach.
Anyway, I don't want to give them any attention, but
Hmm.
that happened, and it went viral. Like it made national news. And
Hmm.
then Matthew Bounce, who is your barefoot neighbor on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, has like 2 million followers over on TikTok, and lives down on the coast. Went to his social media page and was like, okay. And he made a video or whatever about it. But he also said, I want to know, if they don't want my dirty gay money, I want to know local businesses who do, like LGBTQ plus
I like
owned
that.
businesses and ally businesses, because it's summertime and I'm going to be out spending some money. I want to know who to go support. So some of my local, my, what's the word I'm looking for? Loyal clients and friends went and started tagging me. And I had actually met Matthew back on Fat Tuesday, the morning of Fat Tuesday. So he was aware of who I was. And so there was that. And I saw in the comments section a lot of people asking, because he's got followers from all over, how can we help? What can we do? Where can we donate? Things of that nature. And I was so upset by the whole thing. It just infuriated me. As a business owner, somebody in the food business,
Hmm.
whatever, how can you do that? How can you talk about that and
Right.
not serving a group of people?
As a business period, why would you want to
Why would you
take
do that?
money out of your own pocket?
Right.
Right.
Make counterproductive.
It goes back to that whole voting
Yeah.
against your best
Yeah,
self-interest. It's the same thing. So anyway, one day I'm riding down the road and I'm thinking, how can I be a part of the solution? What can I bring to the table? And being Juno's mom, the mother of a queer non-binary child. And then it just kind of popped in my head, like cake. Oh my gosh. Think about the number of kids who have come out and been disowned. When's the last time they had a birthday cake? Think about anybody who's transitioning and, coming out as, male or female, and doing a rebirthday cake. Um, there are plenty of same-sex marriages out there that they are adopting children. They should have baby showers and parties and events. So anything where we can celebrate with cake, any kind of life event. Because again, I just think about how many kids don't even have relationships with their families anymore. Who's celebrating them? And it just breaks my heart to think about that. And let me also say this: after Matthew made that statement, and through that whole probably next month and a half, I have 3 different people reach out to me, found me through all of that, found my business page, and ordered cakes with me, but also told me that they had been ghosted by other bakeries because once they found out that it was for a same-sex couple, a female was wanting to get a birthday cake for her wife or whatever, that they got ghosted. The bakery cut off all communication. And I was like, well, you're not going to find that with me. I have no problems. Look, I'm making cake and I'm about celebrating. So, what can I do for you? And that was kind of how it all came together. And then I have a good friend, who was like, I'm going to go do some research. And because I kept saying a fun, some type of fun. So she went and did some digging and came back and said, here's some information. And that was kind of how the Cake Fund was born. Through all of that, also, I met some other people, allies in the community and such. And one of them was Michelle Cuevas.
Good
And
friend of ours.
yes, and started talking with her and shared it with her, and she is on the board at GCAP. And I asked about possibly doing a small presentation with them. Because as a business, I can't ask for donations. You have to do that with a 501c3.
Right.
And so I knew I had to partner with somebody out there. So anyway, I got a meeting with the board. We took cupcakes, and Juno went with, and just kind of explained what my vision was for that. And so that was kind of how it was born. And it's very much in its infancy. And I spoke about it, and we launched it at Pride, but it is called the Cake Fund. And people are able to nominate their loved ones, their spouses, significant others, friends, whatever, by sharing a little bit about their story and why they feel like they are, should win a cake or be gifted a cake. And then through donations, then the fund can then go and bake cake for these people to celebrate their life events.
Where do we go to donate to your fund?
That will be on the GCAP website.
Okay.
So and they are working on that.
Okay.
So once we get all of that up, I will make posts. I will inform you of that. And I know that they're diligently working on that. But
tag us in it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can nominate and donate. They'll be able to do that on their site. And then a small group of people will read these stories. They'll pick a winner, and then they'll let me know. And then we'll do that. And I really think it's just the possibilities are endless with it, and the people that we can serve and celebrate and, just show.
It's serving that community, but it's serving the community as a whole as well. Like all of us, we all live here. I didn't know who you were. I never even heard of your business before. Now I do. If I ever buy a cake, I guarantee you I know where I'm getting it from. So you're doing more than just helping that community out. That's amazing. And got to get that information where we can tell people.
Get it out to our massive audience.
Hell yeah. All 72 of them.
Well, that's awesome.
But we're just starting. So
are y'all just starting? Is this brand new?
We are just.
I think you're video 35, 36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just started interviewing. At Pride was our first interviewing strangers that we didn't know.
Okay.
And,
I love that. I watched some of those.
We're learning. We will get better with time.
Learning as we go, right?
That's all you can do. You didn't make your best cake the first time you ever did it, so
exactly.
Yeah.
How do you know? Maybe she did. Maybe she's that good.
I mean, maybe our first podcast was the best ever. I submit to you that it is not.
Y'all are funny. This is great.
Well, that's what we kind of try to do, is we try to intertwine humor with everyday life and politics, and try to support as much communities. We come from the military. We always had something to volunteer for.
Always.
And then when you get out, it's like it's like you got to go look for it. And
right.
So we started doing this, and I find stuff all the time, but I was like, I want to do something that at least maybe if we could get enough people watching us, that I could get more people to know that this is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I can't volunteer for something I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I can't support your business if I don't know what's there. So that's the main goal of why we started. That's why I was interested in doing this when we were approached by our other co-host to start this. Was okay, well, if we're gonna do it, then let's do it and do something good with it. Anything I do, I kind of want to do something good with it.
Right.